Hey, what's up guys, Jakey here. Today we're checking out the SIMGOT SuperMix 5. I am so excited for these IEMs because as you know, I've been maining the SuperMix 4 for the longest time now and it's been my main IEM and I cannot glaze these IEMs enough. I really like the sound signature both for music and for gaming. If you guys want to check out my full review of the SuperMix 4, I'll leave them in the description below. But yeah, SIMGOT SuperMix 5, the newest addition to the SuperMix lineup. I'm really excited for it and huge shout out to SIMGOT for sending these out for me to check out. MSRP on the SuperMix 5s is going to be $219 USD, which is more expensive than the SuperMix 4s. I believe the SuperMix 4s retail for $150 USD, and that is due to the different drivers in the SuperMix 5. These feature a bone conduction unit. Packaging here is very similar to the SuperMix 4. This time the box is a purple color instead of the green on the SuperMix 4. And as you can see on the back of the boxes here, you have the frequency response graphs. Both of these IEMs are Harman 2019 tuned, which basically just means that it's a V-shaped, so you get a boost in the bass and the treble. And I'm just going to say right now, if you liked the sound of the SuperMix 4, you are definitely going to like the sound on these SuperMix 5s, but I'll get more into that in the sound section of the video. But for now, let's just go over the unboxing here. The packaging here on the SuperMix 5 is almost identical to the SuperMix 4. Really clean, just cardboard packaging, super simple, nothing too crazy. You have the IEMs on the top here. You also get a leatherette carrying case with a magnet instead of a zipper, which I actually prefer. The SuperMix 4 came with a case that had a zipper, but in my opinion, I feel like the magnets work a lot better and looks a little bit more classy as well. Inside of the carrying case, you do get the cable here. The cable is a silver-plated OFC copper, and it's a pretty nice cable. The SuperMix 4 cable as well was really nice. The SuperMix 5 cable feels a little bit softer actually than the SuperMix 4 cable. One difference with the SuperMix 5 cable is there's interchangeable plugs, so you can either change between a 3.5mm connection or a 4.4mm connection, which they provide for you in the box. But yeah, overall, a pretty solid stock cable. Really no reason to switch to an aftermarket cable unless you just want a different aesthetic. But one thing I will say about the cable on my SuperMix 4 is that around the ear loop section, there is that clear plastic. The same thing with clear phone cases. It will yellow over time as you touch it with your hands because the oil on your hands will just yellow that clear plastic. So the ear loop section on my SuperMix 4 has yellowed over time, but obviously this is just a cosmetic thing. And this is probably going to happen on the SuperMix 5s as well, but obviously this has no impact on the actual performance of the IEM. You also get two different sets of ear tips here as well. You get this black set and then you get the red set. Both have a small, medium, and large size. The only real difference I could see between these two ear tips is the black ones maybe have a little bit of a softer core and they are also less wide than the red ones. So yeah, supposedly this is supposed to change the sound signature of the IEM, but if I'm being honest, when I was doing audio testing, I tried both the red and black ones in the same size, and I couldn't really tell a noticeable difference between these two. But I guess it is nice having a backup pair just in case you lose a set of tips. And that's pretty much everything that you get in the box other than the user manual and quality control card, which I don't think most people care about, but yeah, that's pretty much all you get with the SuperMix 5s. So yeah, plugging them in, super easy. If your cable has the blue and red is always right and blue is always left. You can just remember that because red starts with R and right starts with R. So that's how you can match up sides on your IEM on the first try. Really quick, just going over the build and design of the SuperMix 5, you have a resin body with the metal faceplate, very similar to what's on the SuperMix 4. The faceplate here has the SM logo engraved on it. In my opinion, it's a pretty clean design. I think it'll appeal to most people. It's pretty hard to hate this design. It's just a very clean, minimalistic look. And you have a little vent on the faceplate as well, so you don't get that plugged up feeling that some other IEMs will give you, for example, the Kiwi Ears Orchestra Lite. Interestingly, for comfort, I actually prefer the SuperMix 4s, and the reason for that is because, as you can see, if we compare these two shells, the SuperMix 5 is shaped differently. It's bigger than the SuperMix 4 ever so slightly. It's curved very differently the way the resin is molded. I'm not sure if this was a decision by SIMGOT just to change the ergonomic design, or if it was something they had to do because they were introducing that bone conduction driver. But either way, I do prefer the way the SuperMix 4 is shaped over the SuperMix 5. Now, that's not to say that the SuperMix 5 is super uncomfortable or anything. It is still a very comfortable IEM in my ear, but I prefer the SuperMix 4 because it's a little bit smaller and it fits better in my ear. This might actually be relevant to you if you like to sleep with your IEMs in. If you're somebody who likes to go to sleep with IEMs and you like to sleep on your side, the SIMGOT SuperMix 5 sticks out a little bit more than the SuperMix 4s when they're in your ear. With the SuperMix 4, they sit very flush in my ear, and I could easily go to sleep with them sleeping on my side if I wanted to, but with the SuperMix 5, they do protrude a little bit out of my ear. Luckily, that's not really an issue for me because I don't wear my IEMs to sleep, and just using them normally feels fine as well. I don't have any pain or anything with them, but I do prefer the way the SuperMix 4 shell is shaped over the SuperMix 5. So yeah, I guess now it's just time to give these a listen, do some A/B testing and some gaming with them as well. Before we actually get into the sound section, I just want to preface by saying that sound is completely subjective. Obviously, everybody has different tastes in sound. So something that I really like, you might hate. And at the end of the day, you really just have to try it for yourself to really see if you like it or not. Alright guys, so now that I've had a little bit of time with both of these IEMs, let's talk about the sound. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I am by no means an audiophile. This is purely coming from just a regular ass dude who likes to listen to music and also likes to game with IEMs as well. So going from the SuperMix 4 to the SuperMix 5, in terms of the sound, you're not going to be seeing a huge difference. And the reason I say that is because both of these IEMs are tuned for the 2019 Harman curve, and they're both V-shaped IEMs. What that means is they both emphasize bass and treble. So you're not going to be getting a huge difference in terms of the actual sound profile going from the SuperMix 4 to the SuperMix 5, but that doesn't mean that there's no differences between the two. There's actually some very distinguishable differences between the SuperMix 5 and the SuperMix 4. So immediately what I noticed doing A/B testing, I used the same ear tips for both the SuperMix 4 and the SuperMix 5 just to keep it even. I used my Moondrop spring tips for both of these IEMs when I was doing A/B testing, and I was literally switching between them on the fly. I would listen to part of a track, rewind, plug in the other IEM, and then listen to the same part of that track. And I did that both through my Go XLR Mini through my PC, and I also used my iPhone using the Apple dongle. So the overall sound profile is very similar. You're getting a V-shaped sound profile in both of the SuperMix 4 and the SuperMix 5. But the main differences that I noticed is that in the SuperMix 5, it sounds a little bit warmer. Not only that, but there was a little bit more rumble in the bass with the SuperMix 5s, and I'm assuming that's due to the bone conduction driver. Speaking of the bone conduction drivers, one more quirk that I noticed about the SuperMix 5 is that if I have these on and I tap the side of the IEM, I can actually hear the vibrations traveling through that bone conduction driver into my ear. Obviously, this isn't something that you're going to notice very often, but I do notice it when I'm adjusting my IEMs. If I touch the shell of the IEM, I can actually hear the vibrations travel through it. Another thing that I noticed is that when I'm talking with these IEMs in, the vibration of my voice actually also travels through the IEM, and I can hear sort of the same effect as if I tapped on the side of my IEM, although it's not as much as if you're actually tapping on the side of your IEM, but I can hear that slight vibration when I'm speaking, especially if I'm speaking at a higher volume. This isn't something that bothered me too much, but it is something that I noticed immediately that didn't happen on my SuperMix 4s, and I could definitely see it being annoying for some people. So your mileage may vary with it, but it is something that I noticed, but not enough to actually annoy me. One more thing is that on the SuperMix 5, the treble was a little bit less harsh. So that is one thing about the SuperMix 4 that some people didn't like, was the harshness of the treble. It could feel fatiguing over long periods of time. When you were using it for listening to music at high volumes, the treble could come off a little bit harsh, which in turn would make listening with the SuperMix 4 over an extended period of time pretty fatiguing. With the SuperMix 5, the treble is still on the brighter side, so if you're somebody who doesn't like bright trebles, this might not be the IEM for you. But the treble on the SuperMix 5 is a little bit more tame sounding than the SuperMix 4, and you're getting a little bit more warmth and rumble through that bone conduction driver. So that is the main difference there that I noticed, but overall sound profile, these two IEMs sound very, very similar. And that's for music listening. What I will say is, one thing that the SuperMix 5 does a lot better than the SuperMix 4 that I noticed was imaging and detail retrieval. And this is something that I immediately noticed when gaming, playing something like Valorant. The sounds coming from the SuperMix 5 were imaged a lot better, and I could hear more separation. For example, separation between footsteps and shooting a gun were more distinct on the SuperMix 5 compared to the SuperMix 4. And this does translate over a little bit to music as well. For example, in the SuperMix 5, vocals and instruments were separated a little bit cleaner than the SuperMix 4. So for example, one of the songs I tested was Golden by Huntrix, the vocals from EJ on Golden were a lot more pronounced on the SuperMix 5 compared to the instruments, so I could clearly hear the vocals being forward and the instruments being in the background with the SuperMix 5s, whereas with the SuperMix 4s, it's a little bit more muddled together. That's not to say that the SuperMix 4 doesn't have great imaging, because it does, but with the SuperMix 5, I could definitely tell that it was a little bit more separated. So that's the main differences right there that I heard, but overall you really can't go wrong with either of these IEMs. If I already had the SuperMix 4, would I upgrade to the SuperMix 5? The answer is probably not, but if I was buying an IEM from scratch, I would definitely go with the SuperMix 5 over the SuperMix 4. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the sound. You really can't go wrong with either of these, but for me personally, I prefer the SuperMix 5 just ever so slightly over the SuperMix 4, especially because with the SuperMix 5, I feel like I can distinguish footsteps a little bit better in-game just because of that better imaging and soundstage. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That was my look at the SIMGOT SuperMix 5. The SuperMix 5 is a really well executed evolution of the SuperMix line. In summary, it basically preserves that Harman 2019 tuning with that V-shaped character, while adding some perceptible warmth and low-end rumble with that bone conduction unit. Overall, it's a more immersive, less fatiguing listen than the SuperMix 4, with that smoothed out treble. The biggest noticeable difference and standout for me was the improved imaging and detail retrieval, which is really good if you play a lot of competitive games that rely heavily on those positional cues. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you are interested in checking out the SuperMix 5, I'll leave a link to it in the description, but I hope this video helps and I will see you in the next one. Peace.